Okay. So we are going to count the number of ones in a given number. So in exam, I may give different number. Okay. So for example, I have given here 56H. I may give different value, 8-bit value. Okay. So I may give some other data like 78H or 7FH. So the data input data may be different. Okay. Let us develop a simple algorithm for this. And we are going to find out, so whatever may be the value, if you convert this value into corresponding 8-bit number, this is the value which is stored in the memory or any of the register, 8-bit register. Okay. So I want to find out how many ones, how many zeros in the particular value, in the given value. For example, in 56H, how many zeros are there in the sense? We have 40 and 41. If I give different number, then probably, for example, I give 76H, then what is the corresponding binary value is? Anybody can tell me that? 0, 1, 1, 1, and then 6. 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. So this is another 8-bit value. So this value is converted into binary 8-bit value. So here you can see how many ones, 3 ones and 2. Finally, we have 5 ones. Okay. Zeros is 3 zeros. Okay. The answer here is 5. So like this, you may get different number. Okay. Now, you are going to calculate each and every digit here. Each and every digit I am going to calculate so that I can define my counter as 8. Okay, so in this program, I can design my counter as 8. So initially, where my result is going to, I'm just going to put into the one of the register that I'm defining as initially 0. Okay, this is my result. Okay, where I want to load my, after calculation, I'll be putting my value. Okay, in R2 register. And in this, the second instruction tells you that how many, that is counter is, I have a loop program which is going to count each and every digit, whether it is 1 or 0. For that, I have taken 8. Okay. This is for understanding. This is my data. And this data I'm moving into accumulator for doing the computation. Okay. This process, everything is like initialization. Okay. So we start a program. We initialize a counter. That is where you are going to place your result. That is, we are going to count how many ones and finally put into the register and initialize the counter. That is how many digits you are going to compare. That is 8-bit. Okay. 8-bit we are going to compare. Right. So get the content. What is the content? We are going to get into one of the register, or you can directly load into accumulator also. You don't need to use this R0. You can directly put into accumulator. Okay. Just initialization process over. So here the main important instruction I'm going to use is, which I am going to keep into the loop, that is rotate right with carry. Rotate right with carry. That is always you have to use here accumulator we are going to use. Rotate right with carry the accumulator content. Okay. So I'm going to rotate right side. Okay. With carry in the sense. So you have to place a carry bit. And here it is going to be your 8-bit data. Okay. So you are going to place your 8-bit data now. For example, accumulator is holding 56H. So this is my eight-bit data. Okay. That is, I will change this. Okay. That is, we have a data 0, 1, 0, 1. Is it right? Yes. 0, 1, 1, 0. This is your default accumulator value. Okay. This is the value. This is, okay. Okay. Here in default, we don't know what is the at present in carry. So for the first condition, rotate right. Here, your data is going to rotate right side. Okay. Here, your data, first data is going to rotate right. And this bit is going to shifted here. One bit will be shifted. And this bit will be shifted this side towards right side. Okay, each and every bit will be shifted. Okay. Okay, after execution, what will be value in the carry? That is my point. After execution, the carry will be what? 0 or 1? 0 or 1? Zero or 1? Anybody? Whether I'm correct? I'm shifting right side. Okay. See, after execution, this zero is moved to carry because we are shifting right side. 0 now is moved to carry. Then this 1 is shifted to first, that is bit 0. Okay, for example, it is bit 0. See, it is moved to bit 0. This value is moved to bit 1. 0 is moved to bit 2. 1 is moved here. And 0. This one is moved to next location. Okay, this X we don't know. X is nothing but don't carry. It can be 0 or 1. So this value we have moved to bit 7 here. Okay, we have moved to bit 7. So we are not going to do anything with this. Okay, fine. So now this is the data I have in the accumulator after execution of rotate right for the first time. Now from this instruction, you can identify that what is there in the carry bit. Okay, carry is 0. I can have a condition now. I can have a condition that jump. I want to jump. Okay, to corresponding location, to this location. If there is no carry, that is 0. If it is 0 condition, if it is 0, I don't want to increment my result. This is my result where my result is stored. I don't want to increment because it is not 1. The data is not 1. Okay. The data is not 1. It is 0. So that the condition here, it is not 0. Condition is true here actually. So that it will jump to the corresponding location. We will be decrementing the counter now. Okay. Counter is decremented. So since the counter is 8, it will come to 7 because next I am going to compare 7 bits. So this is your 7 bits. This is your 7 bits I want to compare next time. Okay. So next. So go back, so get back to the rotate right with carry. Now for the second time, you can see this one will be shifted to carry. Now carry is 1. Okay, for the second time. Okay, now the carry is going to be 1 for the second time. Then what happens? Jump, no carry. Jump if no carry, but it is carry. The condition is false. It will increment R2 value. R2 initially we have 0. Now it is going to be 1. So from this you can understand that we have obtained a carry. We have 1, so that there is a 1 in a given number. Okay, in given number there is a, so initially there is a 1 bit. Okay, for the one rotate condition. So like that. So if you're going on rotate right side with carry, from carry bit you can understand whether there is a 0 or 1. Based on this condition, you can, if there is a 0, no increment, that is, it is not 1. So we are not going to increment the data which is stored in R2. So if it is 1, we can come to know how many 1s are there. So from this, easily you can understand. Okay. So if you want, we can go to the software part and we can try to execute this same program. I will go ahead with typing. So here I will type origin 00H. Okay. So anybody can tell me what is my first step. So I will explain this loop also if you require. The condition loop, see, after getting a data here, right? So we need to rotate right side with carry. We are checking the condition that if there is a carry, then what it has to do, right? If it is no carry, see, if there is no carry, decrement the counter. If there is a carry, increment the counter. Okay. So this counter is different. This is for the resultant value count. Okay. Example. Here it is a counter for 8 times to decrement. Okay. R1 holds for checking out this 8-bit data. This is your resultant. Okay. So here this is nothing but R2 and this is nothing but the counter, that is R1 as per the program. Okay. This is for understanding. Okay, now I'll go to the software. I will start typing the program. So initially, as per our program, we have to take initially one of the register. I'll take one of the register R2. So where my initial resultant is 0. Okay. And next I'll move to take what we have to take next thing. I want to counter. I'm going to use the counter, which is I just informed that it can be R1 register, right? So R1 I'm taking, so which is going to be a counter now. That is my value is 808H. Okay, so this is my result. Just loading initially as 0. So here it is how many digit I want to compare. This is going to be my counter, right? So next thing, I want to take my data. So R0, I will take some data. What is my data? So 56H. So move this data to accumulator, or directly you can move 56 to accumulator also, no problem. Since the program they have given like this, I'm writing. So next I'm going to have, once I have received my data in the accumulator, I can rotate right with the accumulator. Okay. Next I have a condition, jump if not carry, then I skip the increment. Then I'll skip the increment in the resultant register. The resultant register is just incrementing R2. Okay. The skip condition, the skip label, if there is no carry, what I want to do? I want to do decrement and jump if not 0. That is my counter R1, comma. I can have a iteration. That is the number of times I would like to. So back to this instruction. Okay. That's it about the program. Here you can have here jump here and end the program. So check out, just build the program. We build the program. I'm going to debug the program now And here my result is going to be, where is my result in the sense? My result will be in R2. Okay. So here it will be R2. So what is my result is, as per this data, my result is 4. Okay. Let us check that. See, I will run the program and stop it. See, here you can see that. Here you can see the value is 4. Okay. Right. The same program, you can use it for finding number of zeros. Okay. So if you want, I will give different value also here for the same finding number of ones. I will give 76H. I will come out from the debug mode now. Then I will once again build the program. Okay. That is compile the program. Next, I will debug the program. So now, as per this 76H, how many ones should be there? Because while starting the program, I have informed you that 76H will be having 5 ones, right? So let me run the program and we can check out, just stop the program and we can check out how many ones are there. You can see 5 ones are there in 76H data. Okay. In 76H, we have 5 binary 1 value. Okay. The same program you can use how to find out the number of zeros just simply by changing here J, just remove N, just have JC. Okay. So now you can build same program, you can build once again, go to the, always if you change anything in the program, just come out from debug mode, go to the normal mode and once again rebuild it. Okay. Then you come back to the build mode. If any input you want to give, you can give here and start running the program. Okay. Stop it. See, now here as per the this program, you can see the one is for 76H. The number of 1 is 5. Previously, we have seen 5. Number of 1 is 5. Okay. The number of 0 in the data in this particular value is 3. You can see here. Okay. So if you keep JC, then you can easily find out number of zeros in your data. If you keep JNC, you can find out number of ones in your data. Just simple instruction, JNC, finding a 0, JC. That's it. Okay. So any doubt?